Looks like we are online. Yes, we are. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, my name is Boden. This is Symphony Persona Live. It's an online talk show where we meet amazing symphonians and hope to learn some cool personal stories, professional insights, and get inspiration and some good-natured fun. We are streaming live from our Lviv office of Symphony Solutions, and today we're talking about motivation, adventure, and dedication. And our very special guest today is a mountaineer who conquered many peaks and met his wife along the way. A passionate about woodworking person, a father of two daughters whom he takes hiking, a true patriot of Ukraine who helps rebuild his country, and somebody, what's most exciting, who brews his own beer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Yurii Kovalchuk.
Hey, Yurii. Hey guys, hey everyone. Glad to be here. And
yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for being with us. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show. It's so good to see you. And yeah, how's everything?
All good in general. If we can say it in our country, but more or less.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, anyhow, this show is more for you to have a little bit of fun and for our audience to know a little more about you as a person. And we really want to know a lot about your amazing life story, but we truly desire for you to know something more about yourself and to have a little bit of fun with us here. And we have a few traditions on our show. One of them is we always play a never have I ever game. Have you ever played this one, or have you watched anyone playing this game?
Yeah, for sure. I watched it, but didn't actually try by myself.
Okay, here's your chance to try to play a never have I ever with us. The rules are simple. All you need to do is to raise your right hand up. Please do so right now. Yes, spread your fingers like so. I will state something you supposedly have never done before. If you have done it, though, you put one finger down. That's clear, right? I said something you have supposedly never, ever done before. If you have done it, then you put one finger down. Okay. It's very simple. You will find it out real quick. Okay, we're playing a never have I ever with Yurii Kovalchuk. So this first one here is never have I ever been awake for 25 hours straight or more. Have you really? Was it 24 hours or was it more?
It was more. If you are in the mountains, it happens,
Oh, really? Well, how many hours have you been not sleeping at all?
It's like maybe a day and a half, like 30 and something.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so there's one down, right? This next one is never have I ever been arrested.
It was by the when I was young, I believe everyone in Ukraine has this experience.
No way.
Yeah,
but I would never believe you could have been arrested. Jesus. Okay, tell us the story.
Yeah, the most interesting one, I've been arrested actually in the mountain. In the in the border between Russia and Georgia. We were like, we have these great mountains between those countries, and you need to have special permission to be in this zone. And we actually were young, without any understanding what we are doing. So yeah, we spent probably 5 days. It's kind of prison, but in the Russians let's say, troops.
So did you spend a few nights in jail?
Yeah, it's not the jail as we used to see. It's kind of just but it's yeah, like we were we were forbidden to walk somewhere, and we were eating just what they give us, so it was kind of prison.
Okay, so there's 2 down, right?
Yep.
2 down. Here's this next question. Very interesting. Never have I ever eaten something bizarre or disgusting.
I think that I don't know, like for me, especially for me personally, it was really disgusting, but it was candies from US. But I remember it for all my life, probably.
Well, these days in Ukraine, anything that they send us from the US, we love
it. For sure.
Okay, never have I ever fallen in love at first sight.
Yes, I think every time when I fallen in love, it was the first time.
From the first sight. Okay, never have I ever run a red light. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for your honesty.
The exam.
It wasn't an exam. We just wanted for you to find out something new for yourself and fall into some of these good memories. Thanks very much for being honest. And this next bunch of questions is, we call them quick questions. So we want you to answer each question as soon as it's asked, like immediately, and it has to be the first thing that pops in your head. There's 5 very traditional questions that we really want to ask each of our guests, and you're no exception here. So this first quick question is, what's the worst thing you ever did while online meeting when your camera was off?
I cannot remember the worst case, but I can remember the most interesting case. I was paragliding at that time.
Really?
Yeah, I was on some daily meeting for something, and I realized that the weather is perfect and I need to take off, and I had to join from the air.
Jesus, I hope that Alexander Gatsevsky is watching us right now.
Yeah, I bet he did it a lot.
He didn't mention that when he was on our show a few weeks before. Okay, that is exciting. So this next quick question is, what's the weirdest thing you ever did to make money?
Probably it was when I was selling the phones. When I was a student, it was the only thing how you can earn the money.
Make some money, yes. So
sure.
You were selling phones.
Yeah, it was I don't like this, but it was something that I had to do to be a little bit more independent.
I hope this is not one of the reasons why you were arrested.
No.
Nice. All right. This next quick question is, name something that you are obsessed with right now.
We all, I believe, know about it. We have a war, so like this is actually the probably only thing that obsessed me now.
Yeah, we are all obsessed with the victory, with the moment of truth. Yeah, I feel for I trust you. Thank you. Okay, here's this next one. This is one of my favorites. Quick question. If you had an unlimited supply of one thing, what would that be?
F-16s. You know?
Accepted. Accepted. Okay,
It's
this
even
last
better
one
than
is
it's even better than tanks, you know.
yeah, a lot better than leopards and everything. Yeah, but it's good to have all of those. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, this last one here, last quick question is, what do you want for your birthday?
I would say the same. F-16s.
An unlimited supply of them.
For sure, it would be the best probably.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. And we're moving to this next bunch of questions. We call them big questions. And we shall talk a little more about some very exciting things, some things you are excited about. And this first one should be the following. It says you are a mountaineer who conquered many peaks and met his wife along the way. So tell us all the details. How long have you been mountaineering? Where did this passion come from? And we can't wait to hear the love story along all this.
Oh, it's an interesting story, right? So I cannot remember for sure when this passion was like. I believe it was from my birthday, because I like mountains. I like just nature and be, you know, in nature without like any, you know, I have this like motto, less comfort, more life. It's kind of what I try to do during my life, just to be, you know, more nature, instead of living in with all you need, with house and stuff like that. But yeah, I believe that 2008 it's a year when I started when I started as a mountaineer, because previously it was just a hiking in Carpathian mountains. But then with my friends, we had the idea to get to Brews. It's a kind of the highest peak on the Europe. It's there are a lot of different topics, whether it's Europe or no.
Yes,
but still, at that point,
it's one of the highest peaks.
Yeah, at that point, it was our like target. We want to do it. Wanted to do it, and we started to implement this actually idea. We meet other guys who actually you know, say us that it's not so easy. You need to have some knowledge. You need to understand how to be on this like such high peak, and also like, you know, you can meet some difficulties with climbing and stuff like that. So we started to learn something, and we realized that in Lviv we have even a school, Mountaineer school, and actually I visited the school for 1 year, and then like it's a kind of final exam was we were going to Caucasus Mountains, and started to our first like climbing roads, and it was very interesting for the first year, and then next year when I was like not a junior, let's say, I got already
a middle,
yeah, kind of that, and but I okay, it probably wasn't the middle, it was kind of low middle. And because of my friends, I was a part of bigger group, and in this group all people was like more experienced than me, and one person from this group was actually my current wife. And we meet each other in, like, we met in Lviv for sure, because it was one school, one club, you know, but like we didn't, talk a lot. I have my company, she had her company. So, but in mountains, it turns out that we are in the one kind of, like, I don't know how it in English, but you have like two people who are climbing together. One is like leading, and you have a rope between both of you, just to not fall. And so like we were kind of, it starts out that, sorry?
You were a couple.
Yeah, it was a couple, mountaineer couple.
Yes, mountaineering couple.
Yeah, and this was
apparently
very funny.
not only the rope. Apparently, not only the rope was between the two of you, right?
Maybe at that point only rope. It was appeared a little bit later, but still it was very funny because for sure my wife at that time she expected someone more like experienced in her group, and it wasn't like, okay, you just have 1 year experience, and she had probably 3 years experience at that period. So like she wasn't
she was at the senior level for sure, right?
And maybe yeah, something like that. But yeah, it was funny first time when we climbed for our first mountain. It was also very funny story because one of our group like was guy was named Sergey, and we actually was climbing on the mountain that was named by someone who also named Sergey, and and it was his birthday, and we were celebrating like on the mountain, and it was really great. Like it was our first probably kind of celebration with my current wife. Okay. So it was really funny, and it was like at that point I understand that it like I like her, and I probably fallen in love in 1 or 3 days, but she doesn't.
She did not like you.
She said that, okay, you are fine, but it's not something. Yeah, it was like, although we spent there like 1 month, and after ending this month, I didn't have clear understanding whether he wants to be with me or no. It was like, for me, it was such a frustration situation, because like I didn't realize, like, okay, looks like we are together, but it's something, it's not like I expected to be, and
and then you thought to yourself, it's time to propose.
I did it in mountains, but it didn't work. Then I did it in Lviv when we get home, and at that point it was successful.
Well, at some point, you being a couple turned into a huge success, because as we know, you have these 2 beautiful daughters, right? And as far as I know, they are both Girl Scouts, right?
Yeah.
So how old are they? And is it true that you take them hiking?
Yeah, for sure. Like they 5 and 8 year. And by the way, my older one, when she was 3 years, something about like that. And we were together in Georgia mountains. It was around 3,000 kilometers under
above the sea.
So yeah, like it was really funny because 3 years old, really small child. But yeah, they started to go with us from, I don't know, from 2 months or something. We were traveling together everywhere in mountains, in like climbing regions. So our family had a lot of hobbies. Mountains is just in our heart. It's our one love, but we are also like paragliding and surfing and stuff like that. And my daughters every time with me. So I hope they will, I hope they enjoy, because it's also so very funny when my friend said me, once your girls understand they don't need to do it, they won't.
Because for now they have no other option, right?
Right.
Well, did you ask them whether they like it?
Yeah, I asked, but they said that they like it, but I think it's because they don't realize that there is another world and another life.
Well, because they don't have TikTok on their phone.
Yeah, but I think like when they older one, for now, they from time to time they said, okay, you can go, I will stay at home and do something that I like. The younger one is still like want to be with us, but we'll see. I hope they will at least keep something from all those stuff in their life.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, it says you've conquered so many peaks. How many? Did you count?
Uh, I didn't actually, and it's hard to say because peaks it's something that we have Carpathian peaks, right? You can climb a lot of them here, and they are really easy. But you can climb, for example, one very hard, and it can take you, I don't know, half of a year or even year to prepare it and to do it. So I believe that amount is nothing here.
Well, which one is a true achievement for you then?
It's for sure the mountains in Georgia mountains. We climbed like one mountains called I don't remember even for now. Chinchahi. It's a very it's a 5,000 meters above the sea, and it just the Mountaineer. It's like split in between two different categories. One, it's you want to be as high as possible. You can go to 8,000 mountains that we have on Tibet, and but they are easy like from the difficulty side,
Mm-hmm.
But you can have like, for example, 5,000 peak, but it's just a wall, and you just need to climb, and it's much harder from this side. So like I personally more like just a difficult how the route is difficult, not the highest one. So yeah, but all of them are really great, and I hope I will the biggest and the more difficult mountains still in future. I will reach it.
Well, I think these 3-year-old and 8-year-old small little rocks are obviously the biggest achievement you have in your life, isn't it?
For sure.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, we're moving on to this very sensitive topic, Yurii, and it's been almost a year of Ukraine's resilience, and a whole year since Russia has invaded Ukraine. And we all know you as a true patriot. You've been supporting and helping Symphonian soldiers a lot, and we very much appreciate all you've done and all you've been doing and all you are doing and will be doing. However, when this war ends, right after the victory, you are planning to join a construction battalion and help rebuilding the country. So my question here is pretty big, but still, how did this year affect your family? And what do you know about construction?
Okay, so yeah, for sure, this year affects my family as everybody in our country. I believe it wasn't such impact as from our eastern region, right? So, but still, even every time I try to let my children know what is going on, because for them it's just something happens, they don't really realize, right? But I want them to remember it, because we had, like, I believe we've been struggling with this problem for years, and it's not only for our generation, it was also for the previous. and we need to remember it to maybe be better in future, you know. And I don't want my children to meet the same problem. But for sure, like first year, it was kind of, everyone was expecting that 1 year probably will be the from the beginning. I think that the war will finish at least in the end of the year, right? So
by the end, yes, yeah.
From the beginning, we decided just to to focus only on one thing, to be like proactive in and very helpful, and like do whatever we can to help and this to make this war finished as fast as possible. And everything was like just put out, and it actually it does a lot of impacts for my family, because from the first half of the year, you know, we didn't focus on our children, we didn't focus on any other thing. We were just, you know, working, spending money for the war, trying to be prepared also, because it's also very important to understand that everyone can be mobilized tomorrow, you know, and we need to be prepared. So you also need to keep in fit and stuff like that. So yeah, this for sure is something that we that impact everyone. And but after first year, we understand that it's for a long time, and probably, I don't know, I don't even believe that next year will be the last year. But still, we need to keep going, keep life, because I understand that, you know, like my grandma, he also like was living in the Second World War, and she said that war finished, but this piece of her life still there, and she remember it like a good times, not all stuff connected with war, because at that period, even you have a war, you still need to live, and you don't need to stop, like, you know, at some moment and froze and just wait for something. Because as I said, after war finished, we will need to keep going, we will need to rebuild our country, because it's, you know, a lot, our soldiers, they will need to rest, and we will need to replace them on different fronts, right? So it's something that we need to take into consideration, and I hope everyone will do something, because if you ask someone, what will you do when war finished, and I will drunk or something like that, right? But it's not finished actually, right? So yeah, we will have a lot of work. And
what will you do after you get sober?
Yeah. So yeah, this is actually what I plan to do, and for sure I think we need to keep going, we need to keep fighting, and in each front. I don't want to say that everyone should or have to fight, because I understand that some people cannot do it, but still everyone can find some place where you can do something, where you can help somehow. And for now, I can say that our country and our army also did a lot to improve this process, to involve much people, not just to fight, but also to help in other fronts. So yeah, this is actually the impact, I believe, of the first year and this understanding.
Oh. Well, still, you are about, well, you want to volunteer and join these construction battalions. Why would it be construction? And our question was, what do you know about construction in general at all?
Yeah, yes. I built my own house, so I believe I know something about it.
Have you really?
Yeah. We are living in private house, and I built it, I don't know, maybe 70% by my hand. So it's kind of, for sure, you know, there is a very funny thing that when you build something from scratch, and this for the first time, you every time think, if I build another one, it will be the perfect.
Yeah, that will be the perfect one. Yes. Okay. Well, we didn't know that. Well, congratulations on a huge achievement. You've built your own house by your own
It's
hands.
not built completely. I still have to finish something, but
Well, 70% is a lot, right?
yeah.
Wow. Well, in that case, we know that you are passionate about woodworking. So please tell us more. Yeah, tell us more about what you do as a woodworker, and how did you get started with this craft?
It's actually, I started to do it when I started build my house. Because like you need to do like some stuff. You can buy it, but when you have limited resources, every time you think that okay, I can do it by myself, not a big deal. And by the way, welding, it's also my hobby. It was probably even later than work with wood, but I like work with iron much because it's it's something that very easy to do. If you do something wrong, it's very easy to make some correction, but with wood you cannot do it. You need to do it from scratch, right from scratch. So but it's great thing. I think that for me it's more like switching the focus from war today. Like nowadays I like just to because I live in private house, I have ability to have kind of additional building for my hobbies.
So you have such a garage or a shop, workshop.
Yeah, and I like just to go there and even smell there. It's like I like it a lot when you working with fresh wood, and it's kind of make me a little bit calmer, and
It helps you relax.
For sure it's kind of switching, because if you working every day, you becomes not so efficient even on your work. So if you just switch the focus, it will be much better.
Nice. Okay, here's another one. We know that woodworking is not the only craft that you're passionate about. And rumor has it, you know how to brew some delicious beer.
Yeah.
How did you learn to do this? And when is the next tasting? And by the way, here's something for our audience. Please ask your questions down in comments. And we've promised a unique prize for one of you. That unique prize is a bottle of Yuri's very own craft beer. So right now, please ask your questions down in comments on YouTube. And we're here talking to Yurii Kovalchuk, and we're trying to find out where did the passion to brewing his own beer come from, and when is the next tasting?
The passion, just I like beer. And like at that time that it wasn't my idea. I have one friend, he lives in near me, and he said, okay, why not to try to brew the beer? It's actually very doable thing, at that point in Ukrainian, we didn't have a lot of different beers. You had something that was like done by in our country, but if you want to buy something really interesting, for example this APA or some other types of beer, you need to go for abroad or ask someone, but then we decided.
Wait a second. You're saying at that time, when was it
it was like
how many years ago?
Oh, it's hard to remember. I don't know, maybe 20 or something like that. Because nowadays we have a lot of different craft beers. You can just we have even craft like pubs where you can go and buy whatever you want. But at that point it wasn't so popular in Lviv. So we just try it, and it's really easy because when my friend started, he created this brewery, let's say, by his own, with some, like, what he has in his home. But I was lazy. I just bought it. And we had a lot of different variation of them. Now you can easily buy it and just try. And it was so interesting because I realized that in the world, even in Ukrainian, a lot of people are already doing it, and they have a lot of different recipes for it. You can just use them. And I tried to I very like Foo Garden, and I tried to make it, and it was perfect. So
oh really?
Yeah, you can add, like, you're realizing that you are, for example, recently I was making the beer with pumpkin, and you are just really put pumpkin into the beer.
Wow.
And it's interesting because you can taste different variation. You can choose what, like, the best for you, and it's really tasty, and you understand what are you using for it, what ingredients you use, so you understand that it's real beer.
Wow.
And it's very
So
easy.
okay, how many types of beer have you brewed so far, and how many liters of beer do you think you have brewed so far?
I think around 10 or 15 types, and I tried. And but how many liters? A lot. I remember we had from time to time we organized some climbing festivals. We have the Dobush Rocks. It's very popular region near Lviv. So for some festivals, I was making beer, like I don't know, 50 or 60 liters. And
Did you sell it? Did you sell it, or
no,
was it a treat for your friends?
Yeah, it was just for fun. so yeah, like I think that maybe hundreds liters.
Okay, so which one was the most successful? Which one did you enjoy the most?
I like IPA beers, different of them. I like
is it APA or IPA? Because we have both.
Yeah, I made both of them. I like both of them. I really like beer from US. They had, by the way, they have this triple APA, quadruple APA, and it's very interesting. I like them a lot.
Indeed. Okay. Once again, please ask your interesting questions in comments and win a prize. A bottle of freshly brewed, very own craft beer from Yurii Kovalchuk. The most interesting question, obviously, will win the prize. And I think we already have quite a few questions here, or at least some comments. Let me read them out for you. Well, when we were talking about candies, I didn't notice this one. Andrew was asking you what kind of candies did you hate so much?
I don't remember exactly the name, but they was black. I can try to ask because I remember my friend who actually gave this candy to me, but it was I will try to remember.
Are you still talking to that friend? No? Are you still friends?
Good one.
Okay. Here's another one from Andrew. I remember Jasper used to bring the liquor once. Jasper, I think he's calling you this name. No, Jasper, that's a different person.
It was one of our ESDMs on Symphony Solution.
Okay, that's a comment from Andrew. I remember Jasper used to bring the liquor once, most people hated them, but I actually loved them. Oh, I think he's talking about the candies, right?
Yeah. Maybe it was something like that. I also remember that that candies, but I'm not sure if they was the same, but something like that. I didn't like those candies as well.
We cannot call this good memories, but still some memories are there. Here's another one from Andrew. Yep, Yurii has already beaten everyone, and we are only 10 minutes into the meeting. All right. Okay. And here come the questions, right? So the question from Andrei Brejas is, wanna try some of my infused liquor? That is a question. Do you want to try some of Andrew's infused liquor?
I can try, but yeah, for sure.
Of course, Andrew,
like
yes.
Previously we had this casual Fridays, and
Yes.
for some of them I brought my beer, so we can do the same with Andrew.
Here's a little spoiler. I am assuming, and I truly hope that one of these days, Casual Fridays will be back. So we'll give you a chance to give us a treat. So here's a question from Konstantin Komarov. What is the best snack for your beer?
It's an interesting question. I don't like snacks, actually. Like I like them, but not with a beer. I like beer without snacks, but I don't know. For me personally, beer is the better to have it without any snacks.
Okay. Some say it's better to have it with vodka along. I haven't tried it, but just saying. Okay, so here's a question from Volodymyr. What is more difficult, to climb up or to climb down when the mountain is like a wall? That is a really good one.
Yeah, like the most difficult is to climb up, but the most dangerous is to climb down, because the statistically almost all accidents happens when you go down.
Okay, be careful then. Okay. Thank you, Volodymyr, for your question. And here's this next one from Yaroslav Liskovets. My question is, how come working with Yurii on 2 projects, I haven't tried the beer yet?
You have a chance.
Okay, ask more questions, Yaroslav, and we'll see. Maybe you will be the person who gets the prize. All right. We have a question from Anya Ruda. Shall we celebrate Ukraine's victory at our favorite casual party with your beer?
Yeah, it's for sure. I can even say that we can make this casual Friday not at Symphony office, but somewhere in Kharkiv, let's say.
Of course, in Crimea.
Oh yeah, it will be much better.
Okay. Well, I hope that we will celebrate in Symphonyivka and drink your craft beer and so many other craft foods and taste all of those. Okay, we have another question from Konstantin Komarov. Beer part of the Persona life is the most active. Here's another question from Kostya. Did you make FE for your beer?
Not yet.
What is FE?
I think that it's some identificator of my beer, as I understood.
Okay, Kostya, let us know if that's what we're thinking about. FE. It says FE for your beer. I think Kostya will give us a comment on this one. The liquors once. Jasper is Jesper. Thank you,
Yeah.
Andrei. What was your, okay, here's a question from Andriy Bondrovsky. What was your best journey?
For sure, where I meet my wife.
Is she listening? Yeah. Is
I
she
don't think
participating?
so.
I hope this is not why you said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Anya is joining our party. No more questions so far. So I think we can decide it's either the winner is either Andriy Bondrovsky with his question about the best journey. Yaroslav Liskovets says, I guess FE is front end. Okay.
Okay.
Did you make front end for your beer? Okay, I think he's talking about the label, right?
Yeah.
Have you worked on that one?
No, I don't have my own. I created some of them when I was making it for our festivals, but oh, by the way, Lilia Timoshenko did something for me, I remember, but I still didn't use it.
Okay, so that is becoming even more interesting. Well, first of all, Yaroslav, thanks for clarifying this. Kostya, thank you for your question. Thanks for bringing this up. Lilia, if you are watching, please remember you have your part in this whole story. And we hope that one day we will print out all of those labels and all of your beer will be labeled. Maybe the winner gets the bottle with the special label. Who knows?
Right.
So the winners are either Kostya Komarov with his question about front end for your beer, or it is Andrew Bondrovsky with his question about the best journey. Or is it Anya with her question about where should we celebrate the victory of Ukraine? Or is it Yaroslav again with his question about how come he never tasted your beer working with you on two projects? Or is it the amazing question from Volodymyr about what's more difficult, climbing up or climbing down? Or was it the bunch of questions from Andriy Brehas? One of them, which one would be the question? Let me see, because he's been commenting a lot.
Yeah,
okay.
I think we can, do like that. I can bring to the office several bottles, and everyone who wants can get one.
Okay, who gets 3 bottles then? Is it Volodymyr Kuprysuk with his question about the difficulty for climbing up or down? Is it Yaroslav with his question about 2 projects and the beer? Yeah, or is it or should it be Andriy Bondrovsky with his question about your best journey? Come on, give us the winner.
Let's go with the best journey, because I remember a lot of that.
Good memories, right?
Yeah.
So Andriy Bondrovsky, you're getting 3 bottles of some beautiful, very delicious craft beer from Yurii Kovalchuk. Thank you all for your questions. And we have this one last question for today, and it's kind of simple, but not that much. What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Sorry, to whom?
What advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
Okay, 18 years, right?
18, not 80.
Yeah. I don't think that I would like to change something in my life. I think that everything was perfect. Like I don't know what I would recommend. I did everything great.
Oh, you did a great job on for sure. Well, thank you for being with us. Thanks very much for agreeing to be on the show. Once again, congratulations on your beautiful family, on your wonderful house. And I hope you will come up with a beautiful front end for your beer with the support of your teammates, of all of us Symphonians. I hope that all your efforts that you put towards the victory of Ukraine, they will succeed. And the victory is near, and we will definitely celebrate here in Symphony with your beautiful craft beer that you will brew for us. And once again, say hello to your beautiful daughters, and I hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll see us around really soon. Thank you very much for being with us on the show, Yurii.
Thank you a lot, and yeah, keep together, and we will get the victory soon.
Absolutely. So thanks very much for being here. Thank you very much, guys, for watching us. You can still like this video and share it with friends. See you on this next episode of Symphony Persona Live. Tonight, we had Yurii Kovalchuk.